What's up guys, Sand Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we'll be going over the teams that I've made to take on the 8th Annie Pirate Alliance Blitz battle. So this is kind of the big one here. This Blitz battle is pretty hard. I will say this Blitz battle is pretty difficult in terms of what you actually have to bring to be able to take it on and beat it. I was able to make 4 teams somehow, miraculously. I was having trouble building just one team, but I was able to make 4 of them, and I'll be able to showcase them in this video today. So, also just a little note here, there was little maintenance trouble with the game. Apparently the game was, an error was popping up saying it was going under maintenance for really weird times that I've passed in my time region, so it was really weird what was going on. I wasn't able to make teams earlier because of this maintenance error or whatever, but it seems to have been resolved, and they sent out 10 rainbow gems and 10 stamina meats. Just make sure you guys know that. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so starting off, we're going to be looking at a Yamato and a Yamato Ace team. So for this team, we're going to be looking at stage 3, which is going to have the Jack here. Now what Jack is going to do is he is going to give us a 99 turn matching slot breakdown, meaning that we don't really get matching slots for the rest of the run. He also is going to make quick, Sai, and int unmatching for us, and he's going to randomize our slots. So what we're going to be doing here is basically just going to be switching with Yamato Ace to get into the strength unit and ignite Jack, so that we actually are able to kill him in the first or so turn. He doesn't really do too much after turn 1. As you can see, there's his turn 1 and 2, he just randomizes slots. So you can actually kill him in the first 2 or 3 turns if you can. So for stage 4, what's going to happen is both stage 4 and 5 have different things that happen depending on your captain. But stage 4 is annoying with it because they actually have 2 variations of what could happen if your captain is whatever. So we're going to be getting Queen in this variation here, so we're just going to be looking at the Queen effects here. So for Queen, if your captain is Dex, since our captain is Sai, actually does count still for some reason. I don't know what other colors determine which variation you get for, but for this one right here, we got the Dex variation. So for the quick variation, we're going to be getting 5 turns of damage reduction and paralysis inflicted through our crew, and then we're going to have special rewind to deal with for our crewmates. So what we're going to be doing with this, and block slots, as you can see there. So what we're going to be doing is actually taking the turn because of the paralysis or whatever. We weren't able to get rid of all of it with our support abilities, so we actually took a turn to get rid of the other turn of it. And then we're going to be using the Yamato Ace special to give us an attack boost. And if we did have enough supports to get rid of the paralysis, it would have also rewinded our cooldowns too. We're also going to be using Zoro here to get rid of the damage reduction and give us a color affinity boost. The Toki is there to actually target the 2 captains we have, the Yamato and the Yamato Ace. And the next turn, they're going to get 3.5 attack and orb boost. Then we're going to use Yamato to give us the Wano slots. And as you can see, I have a support on her, which is going to be the Jinbe, the free-to-play treasure map Jinbe with the Dex one. That what you can see there, it locks our slots for the turn, so we don't have to waste Yamato's super type there. So this actually is enough damage to kill. So for the next stage, we have stage 5, which is Kaido. And what Kaido is going to do is, if our captain is Dex, he's going to change it to a quick unit. He is going to get rid of all of our beneficial effects and accumulated values. He's also going to give us 10 turns of captain to spare, which is why we used Toki on the last stage, so we don't have to deal with that on this turn. He's also going to give us 5 turns of attack down and special rewind our crew by 2 turns. So we're going to be using Paris Barrow here. Even though he's not boosted, he's really good to rewind our specials back so that we can use Ashura Doji to get rid of the attack down for us. And then we're going to use Yamato's super type to give us the chain multiplier boost. And this should all be able to kill Kaido in this turn. Alright guys, so the next team we're looking at is a V2 Oden and Luffy team. So this is the new Luffy. So this is actually going to be pretty easy for us getting to the last stage. So for this team, what we're going to be doing is on stage 3, when we get the Jack, we're going to actually use the switchability of Ace and Sabo to give our matching slots to our adjacent units, specifically the Usohachi, because along with the color 3 they give, we can actually kill Jack in the one turn. So that's pretty good for us. On stage 4, and for all the rest of these clips, we're actually going to be dealing with King, so all the abilities I'm going to read off are for King specifically. So for this team, since our captain is a Psy unit, he's going to become the quick variation, and is going to do the quick variation things, which includes giving himself a 5-turn damage threshold, and special binding our crewmates for 5 turns, and also special rewinding the specials for 1 turn for the crewmates, and then giving us block orbs. So the way we're going to deal with this is we're actually going to use the super class special of Luffy to rewind our specials, and then we can use the Ace and Sabo to get rid of the special bind and the block orbs while also giving us an orb boost. Then we can also use the Usohachi to get rid of the damage threshold, and with all this we should be able to take down that stage pretty easily. Now for the next stage, which is stage 5, we're going to be dealing with the quick variation just like the last time, and we're still going to be dealing with the despair, attack down, and special rewind. For this though, we're going to be using the Kazuna free-to-play unit, which was the Kinemon. I can't remember where exactly I got him from. I think it was from that little island that they sometimes give for units that are kind of good in Kazuna. But what he does is he actually does do 2 turns of special reverse, a special charge time or whatever. And so we can actually use that to special rewind our to get back our cooldowns. And then we can use the Shirahoshi there to get rid of the attack down for us. Now the Shirahoshi is easily replaceable with any other unit that gets rid of attack down. I just for some reason kept thinking that I needed to get rid of paralysis for some reason, and she just happened to be on the crew. So you can actually replace the Shirahoshi with anyone that gets rid of attack down for 5 turns. And then we're going to use the Oden to give us, I'm pretty sure he gives us the color affinity boost, and the Luffy's going to give us the orb boost here, and also get rid of the despair for us. Now with all those active, we actually are able to kill Kaido. I initially thought I wouldn't be able to kill him without the attack boost, but it actually, he went down pretty easily. Alright, so our next team we're going to be looking at is the Super Type Kid and the new Hybrid Kaido. So the way this team is going to be working is, for one, as you can see, we are running Buggy and the Jinbe. Both are not boosted by Kaido, but it really hardly matters because we are still able to deal with all the gimmicks. So the way this works is that on stage 3, we're just basically going to be attacking. Since all of our units are strength, we should have no problem killing Jack in like the first 2 or so turns. So on stage 4, again, we're going to be dealing with Queen, but this time we're going to be dealing with the Dex variation. So for the Dex variation, he is actually still going to give us the 5 turns of damage threshold, but we also got to deal with 5 turns of defense up, which is the blue shield, and he's going to bind the lower row for 5 turns. So if you don't have a support ability to get rid of 2 turns of bind, then you're going to actually have to get rid of bind yourself, which is actually what happens here. Now, we're going to be using the Jinbe here to get rid of the threshold and the bind for us. Again, he's not boosted by the Kaido, but again, it hardly matters. He's also going to give us a color affinity boost, so that's pretty good for dealing damage to this stage. We're going to be using the new Queen actually to get rid of the, I'm pretty sure he gets rid of the defense up for us, and he also gives a base attack boost to Powerhouse and Striker units, so that's pretty good. And then we're also going to be using, so the reason that the Sweet Commandos are here is because, for one, they give extra damage, but two, if we had got the Queen variation, what would happen is Queen would actually give us a 2-turn attack down if our chain was below 2.0. So that's why the sweet commanders are there, because what they do besides all the other boosts they also give a chain boost, which will help us get past that stage a little easier. You can still use them on this stage too, to have extra damage, just make sure you kill King, but that's the reason that there is for if you got Queen. Now for stage 5, we are going to be dealing with the Dex variation here, since our captain is Strength. And what he's going to do is that he's going to change to a Dex character, and then he's going to give us 5 turns of paralysis and 5 turns of special bind to our bottom rows, and then he's going to empty all of our orbs. So the way we're actually getting around this, I'm almost certain that this variation does not beat the Queen variation, because you do have to deal with paralysis, I'm pretty sure, again, which does kind of suck. But it's lucky for us that we actually did get the other version, which was the King version. But if it is the Queen version, this team actually does not do well against that one, unfortunately. I don't know if it can, because I don't have the turns listed if he does do anything else, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But for this team, for the stage 5, as you see, we did the Buggy special to get rid of the paralysis special bind, and now we're going to use the Kaido special to give us an attack boost, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to use the Kid special to get the rest of our boosts, and then we should be able to kill Kaido in this turn here. Alright guys, so here we are with the last team in this video. We're going to be looking at a Toki and versus Ace team. So with this team, we're going to be looking at is stage 3, where we can still get rid of Jack in the first 2 or so turns, because all of our units are strength units. So for stage 4, we're still going to have King, and we still got to deal with damage threshold, defense up, and bind. So Shinobu's actually pretty good for this stage. If you have someone like this Luffy here and you have the ready support, you can actually get rid of all the turns of paralysis and bind on both variations of this stage, so you don't really have to worry about that at all. And she also does give us an attack boost, which is just really good for us. Now, what we're going to also be doing is using the Ace special to give us some matching slots and an orb boost. The only thing about this stage is that we won't be able to get rid of the 2-turn attack down chain thing, mostly because we don't have a chain boost or chain locker or something like that. But we are still able to get rid of the Queen if we ever do get him, because of just the amount of damage we're doing. And we're also going to be using Toki on this stage to give us the versus Ace and the Toki effect for the next turn, so that we can have a 3.5 attack and orb boost. Now, speaking of the next turn, we have the stage 5 with Kaido giving us the Dex variation, and with that we have to get rid of the paralysis and special bind again, and empty slots. So the way we're going to be doing that is we're going to be using the Luffy there to get rid of the special bind and the paralysis for us, while also giving us some matching slots. And then we're going to use the versus ability of Ace to actually give us the rest of our slots. So if you didn't have the Luffy there, you actually can use the Katakuri there to get rid of the paralysis on the last stage, and then you can use a versus Ace ability to get rid of the empty slots, and then use someone else to get rid of special bind. It's perfectly fine. And with all of this, we actually are able to kill Kaido in the first turn. So that's pretty good for this team here. Now the Katakuri is here. He's not boosted by versus Ace at all. He's just there as a point booster, and if you don't have the Luffy and paralysis and everything, but you can replace him with someone else if you don't have the team for some reason. But you can replace him with someone else if you want to. He's just really a free spot, and I just thought putting a point booster there. So that's really it for all the teams, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.